early, it's a new day, it's a new vlog. So what are we doing with it? Oi oi. So for the longest time, I've wanted to ride motocross bikes. Here's where we give mad props to Groupon because they came through with the Connect, the Motocross Connect. e-scape, Northwest Cheshire, they're doing it. You can learn to ride a motocross bike. Now granted, they're electric, but they're still motocross bikes, they still go as fast, and it's still on a motocross course. The cost is £79. I think it's 155 for two of you. Now this place, e-scape, has had some wicked reviews. And you know what? The weather isn't the best today, but that's not gonna spoil it. Let's get it. Let's go. Oi. The weather is on a mad one. I'm not sure what happens in cases like this. We're in the UK. Sometimes it's like health and safety gone mad. If the weather's like this, will the motocross track be waterlogged? Will we still be able to have lessons? I don't mind doing stuff in this weather. You know, it's fun. You get muddy and stuff, but will they say that the track's too dirty? Will they say that the track's too slippy for beginners? Will they say that it's too dangerous? Will we have to go and rebook? We don't know. If it does get called off, then they'll have to rebook us in and we can try again. But we can only drive there and see. Hopefully, you know, when we go there, it might be the weather's a bit better, but this rain is absolutely throwing it down. So I do have my reservations, I'm not gonna lie. The weather is ridiculous right now. It's chucking it down on some mad level, and I reckon places are getting flooded out, so we'll see. Oi. Come to the shops to get some rain mats. We were looking to go to Sports Direct, but they don't open till 10, the Lazars. Yeah, so we're in TK Maxx. Vanessa thinks that we can get some jackets from here. So where are they then?
There's here and some here.
So we'll see. I think TK Maxx are overpriced, but we'll see what they're saying. TK Maxx was a bust, so we're gonna try a supermarket now, Sainsbury's. As you can see, the weather is minging, so that's why we need coats. We need some kind of waterproof jacket. So the hunt continues. No jackets at Sainsbury's, so we rang the place and they apparently provide waterproof jackets. So we'll see what they're like. Hopefully they'll keep us dry. If not, then the only option is just to wait for Sports Direct to open, which is at 10. But then it's going to make us late for our experience day. So I guess we're just going to have to therm it and wear the jackets that they provide for us. But it's wet anyway, so it doesn't matter what we do, we're going to get wet anyway, so bye. We've arrived at e-scape and the weather is still raining, but it's not raining as bad as it was, you know. Check the view. So yeah, we're about to go in and, you know, see what it's about. So follow our lead and you might never know, you might want to do this as well. Check it out. Ever ridden a bike before?
No.
Ridden a quad bike though?
Not successfully.
What do you mean not successfully?
No, I haven't. ATV.
Yeah.
I love ATVs. But they've got 4 wheels.
Yeah, exactly. Hey.
So we've got a set of knee and elbow pads for you first. So with your knees, just feet through the elastic. You want them with that curve. That curve. There we go. Going over the top of your leg. So a set of knee pads there for you.
Are they size?
I can try and find. They're all quite new, so be a bit. They're just slightly.
Grab me some this.
There we go. So.
Wow, this is different.
Thank you. I might need a 9. They look small.
I'm not going to force
I just had to plait my hair flat as humanly possible because they're
So
not
she can-
Afro hair friendly helmets.
Yeah, the helmet.
What's that
That's
about?
my helmet. So we're all kitted up. Helmet, boots, waterproofs, elbow pads, gloves, everything. And we'll see you on the track with the GoPro. Boy. Okay then, it's time for a cheeky voiceover. I'm not a moto vlogger, so I didn't have a mic on me when I was riding a bike. So I'm just going to talk you through a few things here. So as you can see, I'm on the bike now. You know, those bikes were kind of heavy. Vanessa's off in front of me, racing away. Going around the corner, like I said, the bikes are heavy, so I was a bit hesitant. I didn't want to kind of like come off, have the bike fall on top of me, and this was quite a steep hill. It doesn't look steep in the video, but it actually was, and it was kind of sketch, but it was nice to whiz down it. Bit of a jump there. When we were getting taught, the instructor said you need to stand up on your jumps, but I had a bad knee, so I didn't stand up on my jumps. So yeah, it was very slippy than usual. There's water on the track, you know, it's wet, but it was still enjoyable. At this point, I think we were just feeling our way around the track. You know, we were on it on our own. This was the beginner's circuit. We were on this circuit on our own. The rest had progressed to the advanced circuit because they could stand up. But like I said, I couldn't stand up. So me and Vanessa just kind of ripped it around the beginner's circuit. We had it to ourselves. We were having fun. It was a blast. So there you can see her kicking her leg out. That's a bit of a trick that they teach you, to kick out your leg to get a bit of stability when you're going around the corners. And you know, actually, you might think, oh, I'm not taking my feet off the pegs, but actually, it's actually decent. Now here's the point where I actually stand up and I was gassed. I was stood up. You know, I was thinking, I'm going to try standing up, and it felt so natural. But it's not something that I could do again, but at least I tried it. You know, we had a lot of riding time. Now, when you have similar experience stage, you don't often get to spend a lot of time on the machines, but we had a lot of riding time on these KTMs. You can see there's a lot of water there on the track, but it was so fun going through those puddles. And you might think, actually, I'm going for all these puddles, I'm probably going to slip. Nothing like that. You go through the puddles and you just want to keep on riding through water. I wish the water was a bit deeper because it was really fun to ride through those puddles, and I actually enjoyed coming up. There's a big one there, splash, there we go, way. So yeah, really fun. What I will say though is, it is a tiring thing to do. I don't know how some of these YouTubers that you see motovlogging on their off-road bikes do it. It is so tiring, and they're riding enduro, so they're going up hills, they're pulling their bike. These bikes are heavy. I couldn't imagine pulling this bike because it was hard enough just riding it, because you have to pin your knees to the front of the bike so you stay on. There's a lot of technique involved, but I think once you get the technique down, then you're all right. You're not bad. It is a very tiring thing to do. It is enjoyable, but you do actually surprisingly get out of breath. Now this is us. This was the end of our first session, and we're just pulling up the bikes. After this, we actually went inside. We had a bit of a break because I was so dehydrated. I had to get a bit of a drink, a bit of a sit down, rest the legs, rest the arms, rest the shoulders. There you can see what the bike looks like there. KTM Freeride. There you can see it. It's not a full-size bike, but it is still heavy. So yeah, nice bike. We've done. The experience is over. I'm going to give you a full breakdown in the car. Don't watch my hair, because when you wear these helmets, your hair is never going to survive. But yeah, we're about to hit the motorway, go home, but I will let you know exactly what I thought of this experience in a minute. So that's it. E-scape, Warrington. The link is going to be in the description. Yeah, I'm currently walking on gravel. You know when you got your socks are wet, you don't want to put shoes on, so I'm kind of slowly making my way to the car so I can put my sliders on. That's it. So yeah, e-scape Warrington. Yeah, very nice building. Must be a fairly new business, but very popular. The staff were amazing. Me and Vanessa have had an amazing time. Yeah. Obviously, you know, we're gonna give you the breakdown. We're gonna give you the breakdown of this place right about now. E-scape electric bike experience. The experience is done, but what did we think of it? Would we recommend it? Now, this experience was on Groupon, £79 for one person, and then £155 I believe for two people, me and Vanessa.
And me.
So what did you get for your money? Well, you got obviously all your gear, boots, gloves, waterproofs, helmets. It did say on the advert as well, goggles, but we didn't really need them. I wear glasses, so I didn't need goggles. Obviously, you got to ride a KTM Freeride bike, which is an electric motocross bike. Very nice. And then what happens is you get your training on the bike. You get a lap around a beginner's oval, they call it. It's just getting you used to the handling of the bike. And then you go on to the beginner's circuit. They do say if you can't get the hang of the bike on the beginner's oval, probably not for you. And I think that's a fair statement, to be fair. Once you've mastered kind of like the beginner circuit, then they take you on to the advanced circuit. Me and Vanessa, well, Vanessa probably could have done the advanced one, but like I said, because I was carrying a knee injury, because I am carrying a knee injury, I couldn't stand on a bike. I did manage to stand up once, but then, you know, it was really a one-time.
If you've got a knee injury now.
Yeah, it was really a one-time thing. I probably couldn't stand up again, but I just wanted to do it, and it's so natural to stand up on these bikes, and it just feels so good. So hopefully, in future when my knee's recovered, I'll be able to go back and do the advanced circuit.
About like an hour training.
About 4 hours.
Yeah.
3-4 hours, yeah. And you know, you're pretty much on the bikes from the get-go.
Yeah.
So that's a long time on those bikes. So actually, in terms of the price, you might think that's a high price point, but in terms of the amount of time you spend on those bikes, that's worth it. And then at the end, you give your details, and then they put you into their membership database, and then you can go back and you can get like 20-minute sessions. You can book in blocks, and you can just ride around. You don't have to do the training again, because obviously you now know how to ride the bikes. And I don't know how long that lasts for, but you can just go back, book on. I think it's £25 for the first 20 minutes, and then after that it's £20. So if you want to just have a blast around, you can. You might think, oh, £25 for 20 minutes. No, these bikes, yeah, your legs, your arms, your shoulders, your core, everything is tested riding these bikes. I was so tired when I first got on the bike, yeah, and I went around the beginner's lap. First of all, I was getting carried away, whisker throttle. I told you, and I was like, you know, if the bikes were on max power setting, then I would have been like kicking up the front tire. But you know, I was like, whew, I'm out of breath. I had to catch my breath, you know what I mean? I'm glad that they kind of did a bit of talking in between, because it's actually a workout. Me, Vanessa, and me personally, I have always wanted to ride these kind of bikes.
I just like extreme sports.
And Vanessa likes extreme sports and adrenaline. Yeah. And I know it's not a petrol bike, but he did say the equivalent would be a 125 two-stroke. Now they're nippy, yeah. And so, yeah, it's shown me, first of all, that I do want my own bike, and I want to be able to kind of learn in my own way as well. Like take it to a field, take it to some green lanes, and learn how to ride and get better without kind of like being under the pressure of, you know, you've got so
lots
many
of people on a track.
Yeah, lots of people on the track, and you know, you've got so many minutes to kind of enjoy it. That's why doing this experience for me was perfect, because it showed me what it's like to ride a bike, whether I could actually ride a bike. And to be fair, I was a natural. I think I was a natural. No, I was a natural, yeah. I was leaning out the bike, I had my motocross leg out, I was kicking out the back, I was going around those corners. I had it like a tabletop me. I was like, yeah.
I'm gonna learn by doing, so the more you do it, the better you'll get.
That's it. So what would you rate that experience out of 10?
10.
I'm gonna give it 10 as well, purely 10. Because can I just say, the 3 guys who were there running it were sick. They were funny, they were excellent teachers, they were professional, they walked through it with you, they worked with everyone's individual kind of learning styles, and they went at your pace. There was nothing rushed, and just really good. 10 because of that, and they had great banter.
They actually did. They were so funny. Yeah, and you didn't feel awkward and you also didn't think, ooh, these fly-by nights. They clearly knew what they were talking about.
And it was good.
They were really good.
And if you listen to them, then you're not going to go wrong.
No. Simple. and I mean, even when there's tricky bits, they would stand on the track and remind you.
That's it.
Even if they told you before.
Really good.
Like, they were really good.
Tuition.
Amazing.
So that's it for this vlog. So addictive vlogs. It's not hard to see why. Do not forget to follow me on social media for my daily vlogs, what I do post on YouTube every week. So until the next vlog, let's get it. Let's go. Say it with me. Oi.